Most people think of microbes in warlike terms, as enemies. We study the gut microbiome of humans and see microbes as friends, as companions. We've defined the members of this community and their variations across individuals, both healthy and disease. Define the genes and the genomes of community members, how their genes are at least more than 100-fold more numerous than those in our own human genome, and how these genes provide us with traits that we've not had to evolve on our own. Seeing the complexity of this system, we've developed ways, animal models, to provide us with an understanding of how our human gut organisms assemble into a community, how they interact with one another and with us, what are their jobs. Our results emphasize how microbes in these communities do not operate in isolation, but rather in a community context, and how we as humans are a sublime mixture of microbial and human, cellular and genetic parts. Our own work has focused on the role of the gut microbiome in defining our nutritional status. Most people think of human development in terms of our human cells and human organs. We've focused on the development of our gut microbial communities and the extent to which the gut microbiome and its development is linked to the healthy growth of our children. We find that children with malnutrition have impaired development of their gut microbiomes. Their microbiomes are incompletely formed. Current treatments for malnutrition are not based on repairing developmental defects in this microbial organ. Therefore, these children have a persistent developmental abnormality affecting their gut microbiomes. Studies in animal models have indicated that this microbiome immaturity is a cause, not simply an effect of malnutrition. We've developed new microbiome-directed therapies for repairing microbiome immaturity. They include food prototypes that contain nutrients targeted at underrepresented and underperforming members of the gut community. Learning to be better stewards of the development of our children's gut microbiomes could have long-lasting effects on their health in later life. This work should impact preventative medicine, wellness checks to follow the health state of the microbiome during its formation after birth, new recommendations for infant and young children feeding practices. An epidemic of obesity is sweeping the world. A majority of individuals with obesity are at risk for or have already manifest diabetes. Obesity has many contributing causes. Studies of the gut microbiome indicate that it is one contributing factor to obesity and a determinant of our metabolic health. This field is giving us an expanded view and new understanding of the nutritional value and effects of foods and their components. One that considers how gut microbes transform components of foods into products that influence our physiology and our metabolism and our immune function. The results could or should impact the design of food systems, how foods are processed, and nutritional recommendations given to people based on knowledge of their gut microbial community compositions and functions. We live in an era of personalized medicine. The microbiome is an important component of our interpersonal differences. In the coming years, I see a new arsenal of therapeutic concepts and agents that will be developed for treatment of diseases varying from malnutrition to obesity and diabetes to immunoinflammatory diseases to neurologic abnormalities. These therapeutic agents will include a new generation of probiotics, organisms recovered from healthy human microbial communities, organisms whose genomes are sequenced, organisms that are assembled in well-defined collections and returned to communities that are defective. A new form of regenerative medicine designed to repair and restore our microbial ecosystems.